Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing for you series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit chilly in here, so I do have my space heater on. Hopefully it doesn't distract too much from the review, but I'll try to project a little bit more than usual. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Ooh, Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? Well, just so happens to be, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my brand new, boom, Sasquatch shirt. Yeah! Again, he's the Sasquatch, playing the saxophone, riding unicorn. If you're unfamiliar with Sasquatch, he's a dude who wears a Sasquatch outfit who plays the saxophone. Does a mix of covers and original songs. I started getting into his stuff during the 2020 lockdown. That's when I first ran into his videos. And initially I just, thought it was a bit of fun and, I praised his commitment to the bit. But, actually listening to him more and more, he was really good at what he did. And I actually got to see him perform live literally just a couple days ago at the time I'm doing this. It was really cool. I actually got some videos of his performance. They are on the channel in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as music is concerned because I think the guy's a blast. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, it's a little bit chilly. So this particular review item doesn't exactly match the what the temperature would normally want, but it's been in my fridge for a couple days, and I was like, I'll just finally get around to reviewing it. On top of that, it's actually a re-release of a product, because this existed before, and they're bringing it back around. So what is it? It happens to be, boom, from Coke. This is their limited edition Diet Coke with lime. Yeah, okay. So yeah, back in I don't know, probably 2004, 2005-ish, Coke went over there and came out with, you had Coke with lime and Coke with lemon, and Pepsi did the whole thing, and they decided to go over there and bring it back as a limited edition thing. They've even got sort of the retro style packaging, which is cool. Sure. Let's get a thing for the thing here, like this, and we'll just kind of, let's give it a shot. I remember liking this from back in the day. My dad was more about the lemon, but I always preferred the lime. The lemon tasted too much to me I don't know, like I was drinking dish soap or something. Well, that smells exactly like I remember. Tastes a little bit different than I remember, but I think that's mostly because we did the Pepsi with lime versus the Coke with lime. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it works pretty nice because, cola already has, a myriad of different flavors working within it. And it already has sort of it has almost like a slight citrusy kind of vibe to it in its own way. Again, mixed amongst the flavors. So going over there and adding in something that's just adding more of a citrus hit to it, it kind of just goes over there and amplifies one of the many things going on. So it doesn't really feel out of place I think that's one of the reasons why cola works so well, why you can mix so many flavors with it. Because again, there's just so much going on in that base cola flavor. Um, so yeah, this it works nice. It doesn't feel intrusive, and to its credit too, like it doesn't taste like overly artificial or anything like that, which is also good because what was it? Pepsi when they went over there, they recently did the strawberries and cream. I've reviewed that a couple times. Those reviews are on the channel if you're interested. I took issue with the way they did the flavoring on that, but this, no, it works in nicely. And again, I think for me with like the lemon, I just feel like the lemon when I would drink it when it was available back in them thar days of my youth. Uh, for me, it always just kind of because like you think of just like cleaning products and stuff like that when you have like that strong lemon, but lime is just one of those things. You add it into Mexican food, and you can use it in a variety of places. And yes, obviously you use lemon in food too, and lemon on fish and stuff. But yeah, I've always thought that it worked better, and like I liked that hit of lime better than I ever liked the lemon version. So yeah, it's pretty nice. It definitely hits the way I remember it hitting, more or less. Um, it is only available in the diet capacity, which is a little bit of a kick in the ass. Like it's cool that they're bringing it back. I wish that they would do, like a full flavored version of it. But these are the days that we live in, where I'm surprised they didn't just do a straight zero sugar version. Maybe they will. I don't know, but yeah, it's not bad. And I think for me, even though by and large I prefer the full flavor version versus the diet version of normal Coke, uh, I'll still get down with some Diet Coke every now and again. I don't have anything against it. So I can perfectly get along with this. Again, I'd like a full flavored version more, I think, but it's not bad. It's nothing holy shit amazing, but it's nice to, have a little bit of a back to the past moment kind of thing with it. So, okay. Um, Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yeah, sure and sure. Like, it's nothing that I would consider to be outrageously amazing. Like, even back in the day, it was never like my favorite go-to. Like my dad really liked the stuff. He was a big fan, so we usually kept it in the house while we had it. But for me personally, there were other flavors that I was more into. But it's a good one. You know, it's yeah, it wouldn't be like an upper tier flavor of Coke for me, but it's certainly well above average. So yeah, every now and again, I like the hit that it provides. I like the lime flavor. Sure, excuse me. If I'm recommending it, um, yeah, like it's one of those things where if you're like me, where if you're old enough to remember the original run of this stuff, it's gonna go over there and give you that vibe, for sure. Like I said, as soon as I smelled it, reminded me of it. As soon as I drank it, even though again it was a little bit different than I recalled, but again I think that was just more because the preference for the Pepsi version in my household. Uh, yeah, I mean I think it's one of those things. Even if you haven't had it in the past, it still works out really nicely. Like I said, I think the flavors vibe really nice, and it's not like hitting you over the head with the flavor. It's just going over there and a nice accompaniment to the flavors that are already there. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have themselves a truly back to the past-tastic rest of your life. Except not really, because like everybody always thinks that the past is great. And like, yeah, some things about the past, are great. But then there's also a lot of things about the past that were terrible that more than likely you were just too young to realize how bad they were back in the day. So Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, let me know if you remember the original run of this stuff. And if so, what was your personal favorite? Because this was like the, sort of a period of exploration where Coke and Pepsi, mostly Coke because they were coming out with this stuff first for a lot of it. They're trying out some interesting things and, we got some good stuff. It's actually around the same time we got Vanilla Coke. So, yeah, let me know your memories about it. Anyway,